morning. We're sitting here with Slug Hefner, owner of the Dirty Duck Racing Team. Thank you for gracing us this morning. How's it going?
Going good, and thanks to you. You're helping.
We appreciate it. So we got a couple questions from the fans that we're going to ask you this morning and see if we can get some answers for them.
Sure.
How did the Dirty Duck Racing Team come about?
Years ago at Lake Wapapella and Poplar Bluff, a bunch of us, there were 5 or 6 of us guys, all had hot rod boats, and we ran around the lake, and we thought we were running a bazillion miles an hour. So then we went through our first organized drag boat race, and we got beat up on pretty badly. So when it came time to register, they said, "What's your boat's name?" And I said, "I don't have a name." They said, "We got to have a name." So I looked around, and most of the names were very demonic. You were Widowmaker, Executioner, and it just so happens we'd gone through a rainstorm, and the boat was filthy and muddy, and somebody said, "Well, it's pretty dirty." So I said, "Okay, I'm going to call this boat the Duck." They said, "Well, what about the dirt?" And I said, "I call it the Dirty Duck." And that's where the Dirty Duck came from. I need to come up with a story more exciting.
No, that's a pretty good creative way to come up with it.
Then we also had to have a number. Well, my birthday's July 11th, so 7-11 was the number. That was pretty natural.
Hey, 7-11, Dirty Duck. Have you always had a passion for speed?
I think so. I ran go-karts when I was a kid, and went into cars, and I grew up around boats, so that it started going faster and faster.
Once you strap into the Duck, we know you've broken the record before. Explain the feeling when you get in there and you strap in. What's going through your mind?
Well, you're focused on what you're going to do because you're evaluating the conditions. Is there a crosswind? Is there a headwind? Is there a tailwind? Is there chop on the water? Who's your adversary? Who you're trying to beat? All that. So you're pretty preoccupied.
How many boats have you raced so far?
Oh gosh, I can't. Over the years, technology would move up and get us, cause us to drop one boat and then get a different boat. And then when they came out with the safety capsules, everybody changed boats then for sure because of the increase in safety.
So you got to keep up with the times.
You keep up with the time, and then when the technology changes and somebody else gets a more competitive, faster pull or something, then you got to take that into consideration.
Do you have a favorite out of all of them?
Not really. They all serve their purpose, and this boat we're running now is too new to know yet, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It has a lot of potential.
So it's like your kids, you got to love them all, huh?
Exactly.
Okay. Nemesis that you were lined up against?
I've got a couple. One is Mike Lamb, who's somewhere, I don't even know where he's from.
We're coming to find you, Mike.
Yeah, and that's from the drag boat days, not the offshore.
During the record-breaking run, did you feel like something special was happening there at any point?
I don't know how to answer that question because you're so incredibly busy in that thing. I knew we were running strong, and I had no idea we were going to run 217 miles an hour, which was the world's fastest offshore piston-driven boat. And that record still stands. We had a little bit of a crosswind, so we were kind of fighting it and what have you, but the boat took a good set, and the acceleration was pretty strong. So, you never know until you get out of the boat what you've got.
All right, one last question, and we'll let you go. We know you're a busy fella. Throughout all of the success that you've had over the years with boat racing, is there anything that you would have did different, or are you satisfied with where you're at today?
Oh, you can always try to think about how you can improve, I think. And there were some races I should have won and lost, and there's some races I should have lost and won. So it just depends on kind of the luck of the draw. So I don't think I can specifically say I would have done this different. I've had a lot of fun, and I've met a lot of nice people. The competition is great. I do appreciate good competition.
Well, we appreciate you, and we thank you for your time, and we know the Duck is going to run again today, so we wish you the best and safe run.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Slug.
All right, quack, quack.
Quack, quack.